Hey guys, how's it going? So today is the 18th of June and I think it's the 19th. It's the Saturday, I don't know. So yeah, and we are finally going to be doing the unhaul. I haven't taken a bath, that's why I look like this mess. But then again, this is probably gonna get, messy and there's gonna be dust. So I thought I would do it before I take my bath. Anyway, it's quite early in the morning, very different for me. I personally really wake up late. So anyway, I'm gonna do the unhaul, but before we begin, I wanna give you a few important details. So the books which I'll be unhauling are firstly books I have read and I know will not reread again, and secondly some of these are books which I have not read and I don't intend to. So I'm going to be really ruthless in doing this, in removing all of the books. If you hear a lot of sound in the background, please ignore. It's the sounds of a household getting ready for the day ahead, sounds in the morning. So anyway, yeah, and all of the books that I'll be unhauling will be available for sale today. Some of these will also be review copies, so you'll have to, if you decide to get the review copies, you'll have to cover only the shipping charges. But for the rest, I'm gonna charge like a collective fee for the charge of the book and the shipping fee. The last time I did an unhaul, some of the people just came up to me, and not came up to me but like online, they wanted the books for free. But guys, please be reasonable. I mean, I either bought these books, so of course I'm gonna charge reduced fee than the price I bought it at, or if they are review copies and I'm giving them to you for free already, please know that I will be doing so for many people, so I cannot cover the shipping charges myself, because for one person it's manageable, yes, but if I am shipping it to a lot of people, it's like the price increases obviously. So yeah, if you want any of these books which I'll be unhauling today, just DM me on my Instagram, or if you don't have Instagram, then just send me an email. I'll link everything down below. So yeah, that's that, and we're gonna start. I'm really hoping that I'm able to be ruthless in getting rid of all the books that I'm not going to be reading again. So yeah, let's start then. So let me give you a glimpse of this situation before we begin. On the left you have my study table and the shelves. We're gonna ignore that, but these are all the books. Okay, let me get on my bed. So these are all the books that I have in my shelf right now. All of these are single stacks, but the one on this on the topmost shelf, there are two stacks. There is another stack behind, so I'm hoping to remove at least like 25% of the books here, but let's see how it goes. So yeah. So it's an hour later and I have finished doing the unhaul. I also decided to, clean and reorganize my bookshelf. As you can see, there's a lot of free space. So if you want to see an updated bookshelf too, do let me know in the comments below. And let me give you a glimpse of all the books that I have unhauled. So my knees crack, I'm an old woman. But yeah, these are all the books. So we have these 2 stacks, and then on the chair we have got 4 stacks, though these ones at the front, and then we have 2 at the back as well. So yeah, I'll let you know what books are available, and I'll also make sure to include Google Sheets link, so make sure to check that out to know which one you want to buy, and then DM me on Instagram or send me an email. So yeah, that's that. Alright, so I'll go over the books that are available now, and I have organized them into different categories, and that's how I'll go over them. Once again, if you're interested in any of these books, I have made sure to link the Google Sheets document down below in the description box. So go over to that. I've included descriptions of the books, what sort of sale will go on between us if you decide to buy that book, in case it's a review copy or in case it's a book I bought personally, the shipping charges, all of that. So that's that. Firstly, let's go over the poetry books. I have Walk with Wings by Teeny Edwards. I have Smokes and Whiskey by Tejaswini Divya Nayak. Then I have Winter Poems by Sabarna Roy. And I have 3 Rupi Kaur books. Firstly, I have Milk and Honey, then The Sun and Her Flowers, and lastly, Homebody. So these are all the 3 books that I have. Then coming to thrillers, I have got 11 copies. Okay, first up I have Angels and Demons by Dan Brown. I have The Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown. Then The Lost Symbol by Dan Brown. I also have Inferno by Dan Brown. All of these are Dan Brown books. Then I have 2 copies of The Wife Upstairs by Rachel Hawkins, which was one of my most anticipated reads of the year. Then I have Believe Me and The Girl Before by J.P. Delaney, both of which I enjoyed very much. Then I also have Kalkud by S. Venkatesh. Then I have Belinda Bauer's Rubbernecker. And lastly, I have City of Screams, which is a collection of different horror, scary short stories, but it was really, really good. Then we are going to go over historical fiction, and I have got 16 books in this category. First up, I have Barbara Taylor Bradford's Angel. Then I also have the sequel series to the Woman of Substance series by Barbara Taylor Bradford, and it is Emma's Secret, Unexpected Blessings, and Just Rewards. So this is the sequel series to the Woman of Substance series. Then we have Time and Chance by Anne Wheel, and I have a ton of Philippa Gregory books that you can buy if you want. Firstly, we have The Virgin's Lover, The Other Boleyn Girl, The White Queen, The Red Queen, is it? Yeah. And lastly, The Kingmaker's Daughter. So if you are interested in getting the whole stack of Philippa Gregory books, obviously you get a discount if you buy a lot. So that's that. And then I also have some other books within this category. I have The Vanishing Sky, which is set during the World War. Then I have Fortune Soldier by Alex Rutherford. I also have, just a second, yeah, I also have Daisy Jones and the Six. Then I have the trilogy by Kate Moss. Firstly, we have Labyrinth, then Citadel, beautiful books with glossy covers, and lastly it's a hardcover and it is Sepulchre. So it's a whole trilogy set. So yeah, then let's go over all the fantasy books that I have, which are 15 in number. So firstly, I have the Nevernight trilogy. We have Nevernight, then we have God's Grave, and lastly Dark Dawn. Then I have the Lupinarium. Again, this is a very graphically explicit book, so I would say that only if you are a mature adult read it. Otherwise, it's very graphic, very explicit. It's got a lot of trigger warnings. Then I have To Kill a Kingdom, a Little Mermaid retelling. Then I have got Norse mythology, which I'm sure everybody has heard about by now. I also have J.K. Rowling's The Crimes of Grindelwald. Obviously I don't need it anymore, so I'm selling it. Let me know if you want to buy it. It's a hardcover, never used edition. Very pretty. That's it. Then I have The Super Secret Book, which was a really interesting superhero YA book, which I really liked. Then I have After the Flood. This is a review copy, and this is a dystopian future sort of thing. Then I have Circle of Shadows by Evelyn Sky. Haven't read this, so I haven't got the faintest clue about it. Then I have the box set for The Hunger Games. The books are in really good condition, as you can see. Perfect condition, no yellowing of the pages or anything like that. Then I have The Raven's Tale, really interesting, by Kat Winters. It's Edgar Allan Poe's, based on Edgar Allan Poe's famous poem. Then we have Leave the World Behind. Then a hardcover copy of Where Dreams Descend. And lastly, a collection of stories, Lips Touch by Laini Taylor, which actually is really good, and I really enjoyed reading this one. Next up, I'm gonna let you know about all the Indian fantasy / mythological books I have, which are 14 in number. So firstly, I have The 100th Queen and The Fire Queen. Then I have Path of the Swan and The Golden Dakini. Then I have Upon a Burning Throne Part 1, Upon a Burning Throne Part 2 by Ashok Bankar. And book 2 in the series is A Dark Queen Rises. Then I have Margiela, which is sort of, I would say it's middle grade rather. The Conqueror, which is about the Chola Empire, yeah. Then I have a Chitra Banerjee Divakaruni collection. I've got here The Forest of Enchantments, then The Palace of Illusions, and The Mistress of Spices. And lastly, I have Ajaya, Roll of the Dice, The Tale of the Kaurava clan, which is basically Mahabharata from the point of view of the Kaurava brothers. So yeah. Next up, I'll let you know about all the Indian literary fiction that I have, which are 18 in number. So firstly, I have 99 Moon Avenue by Aminumita Shah, who is also the author of Some Very Dignified Disclosures, which is one of my favorite books. Then we have A Burning by Megha Majumdar, again very famous book. Milk Teeth by Amrita Mahale. The Far Field by Madhuri Vijay. Then I also have None Other by Krishna Baldev Ved. Then I have Songs of the Kaveri by Kalyanaram. I can't really pronounce the name, but it's Kalyanaraman Durgadas. Very beautiful cover. Then I have here Sita's Ascent by Vayu Naidu. A Life of Adventure and Delight by Akhil Sharma. Then The Inheritance of Loss by Kiran Desai. Ib's Endless Search for Satisfaction by Roshan Ali. Then How I Became a Tree by Sumana Roy. You Can't Go Home Again by Sarvat Hassin. Then I also have Killing Time in Delhi by Ravi Shankar Etet. Invisible Ties by Nadia A.R. Then I have Anamika by Meghnad Desai. I also have Solo by Rana Dasgupta. Then I have The Blood on the Sands by Sujata S. Sabnis. And lastly, I have Half the Night is Gone by Amitabha Bakshi. Then I am going to talk about all the literary fiction books that I have, which are 13 in number. Yeah, 13. Firstly, The Pisces by Melissa Broder. Haven't read this. Then I have got The Loves of Faustina by Nina Fitzpatrick. Then I have The Ages of Lulu by Almudena Grandes. Again, these two are very female-centric coming of age sort of sexual coming of age books, which actually this one I've read it, really loved it, enjoyed it a lot. Then I've got Rapids by Tim Parks, really reminded me of Lord of the Flies. Then I have got A Woodhouse, Pick Me Up, The Smile That Wins. Then I also have I Am Heathcliff by Kate Moss. I mean, it's curated by Kate Moss. It's a collection of different stories. Again, some of them are really good. Then I have The Begums of Peshawar by Najma Yusufi. A Fort of Nine Towers by Qais Akbar Omar. Songs of a Captive Bird by Jasmine Dasnik. The Bones of Grace by Tahmima Anam. The Godchild, Nana of Oriata Aim. Haven't read this. And I've got 2 copies of Murakami, Norwegian Wood, and Kafka on the Shore. Then I've got 7 books under middle grade. If you've got any kids in the family, cousins, siblings, you can get these books for them. Firstly, I misplaced it in the other pile, but Marjara is, I would say, more so middle grade. Then we have Finding Esme by Susanna Crowley, which I really liked. Then we've got books 4, 5, and 6 of Amulet, which is a graphic novel series. Then I have Gita, The Battle of the Worlds, which is again a graphic novel. And lastly, I have Girl Power, Indian Women Who Broke the Rules. This has pictures and all, so it will be really good to give as gifts or anything like that. It's also very in perfect condition, so you can definitely use this as to give someone, I guess. Then I'll talk about the chick lit / romance / contemporary books that I have. So firstly, The Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang. Love this book. We've got Summer with Monica by Roger McGough, and it has also been illustrated by Chris Riddell. If you like his style, you can definitely go for it. This one is also a hardcover, by the way. Then we have The Matchmaker's List by Sonia Lali, which I really loved and enjoyed. Then Kylie reads Such a Fun Age. Read it. I think it's quite good, and I've got a few thoughts, but overall it's okay. You can definitely check it out. It talks a lot about class privilege, all of that. Then I have got the Angel Heart Saga trilogy. Book 1 is First Came Forever. It's by Annie Woods. I really love this trilogy. I've read all of them, and I think it's time I pass it on to someone who will love it just as much as I did. So we've got book 1, First Came Forever. Then book 2, Forever Disguised. And lastly, book 3, Beyond Forever. Really an amazing, I would say, adult romance series with a prince, by the way. So yeah, if you like something like that, you can definitely check the series out. Then let's go over all the non-fiction books that I have, which are 21 in number. In no particular order. Firstly, we've got Hunger by Roxane Gay. Then we've got A Little Book of Plants by Ruskin Bond. Then we've also got Emotionary, which is a really interesting, really cool book with, all the different emotions that are described as a dictionary, but it's not, just a few words that describe the feeling or emotion, unlike in a dictionary. Unlike in a dictionary, however, it has got like whole pages of thoughts about particular emotions and all of that. Then we've got 2 Ikigai books. This one is the original one, I like to say, by Hector Garcia and Francesca Miralles, I think. And this one is by Yukari Mitsuhashi. Giving Everyday Meaning and Joy. So I've got 2 editions. Let me know which one you like. Then I've got Rhonda Byrne's The Secret, which is so popular. Everybody's read it, but I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna pick it up. Then I've got What Your Soul Already Knows by Dr. Salma Farouk. I have read it before, and I think it's a really good book, and I think everybody should pick it up. One of the few non-fiction books that I actually really like and found useful and motivating. Then I've got Feminist Rani with excerpts from different people like Gurmeher Kaur, Kalki Kolchin or Kelka, I'm not sure. So good essays, I would say. Then I've got I Am Malala, and along with that I also have We Are Displaced. So I would advise you to buy both of these together so that you can have a better reading experience, reading one after the other. Then I've got The Water Phoenix by Rituparna Chatterjee, which is a memoir of childhood abuse, healing and forgiveness. Then we've got a book on Joe Biden, American Dreamer by Ivan Osnos. This is sort of like a biography, but overall it's quite interesting. So yeah, I would recommend you to check it out. So then we've got The Giant Book of Murder, Real Life Cases Cracked by Forensic Science. My brother has read it, he really enjoyed it, so you can definitely check it out. If you like, thrillers, crime, or even shows like that, Mindhunter and all of that, then I think you might really enjoy this one. Then I've got Think Like a Monk by Jay Shetty. I've got Unfinished by Priyanka Chopra. We've also got The 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. Then for all of you Ruskin Bond lovers, I've got The Beauty of All My Days, which is a memoir by Ruskin Bond. It's also got pictures in it, so yeah, really interesting. Then I have Khaki in Dust Storm, which is about the communal colors and political assassination between 1980 to 1981. So really interesting. You get to see a lot of political developments in the country and all of that. I actually wrote a really long review on this one, so you can definitely check it out. Then I've got APJ Abdul Kalam's Wings of Fire, an autobiography, which I read in my first year, I think. Again, it also has colors, so it's not colors, sorry, pictures, so it's quite interesting, and it's also signed in the beginning, in the first page. So yeah, really good. Then I have got two amazing books, which actually I still am having second thoughts, but I think I might actually pass them on to my dad, but let's see. So firstly, I've got this book, which is an authorized biography, an illustrated biography on His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama, which I've read. I savored it over like a month, and I really enjoyed it, seeing his story, the way he affected, the way he inspired so many different people, and the way he himself was inspired by so many different events, people across the world. Really interesting. And lastly, if you're an art history student or even a history student, I would say that Gandhi in the Gallery is really good, and it's all about how the art of disobedience is displayed via art, via sculptures, paintings, all of that. How Gandhi is used as an inspiration for the art of disobedience even today in terms of art and culture and all of that. Then lastly, I'll talk about all the classics that I'm unhauling, and I have got 7 of them. So firstly, I've got Daphne du Maurier's Rebecca. As you can see, this one is a beautiful edition I bought but never read because I've already got another hardcover edition. Then I've got my childhood copy of The Jungle Book by Rudyard Kipling. It's a really, really beautiful. It's from 2007. My parents gave it to me in 2007. Then we've got a beautiful copy of Little Women, which again I've never read because I already have another copy of this book. Then we've got a beautiful Peacock Books edition of Gulliver's Travels, which I read when I was in school. So it's a bit highlighted, annotated, I would say. But overall, it's quite a fun read, so you can definitely check it out. Then we've got Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. I don't know why it's so short. I thought it would be much longer, but I don't know. It's not it's not an abridged version either, but I don't know why it's so short. Oh, okay, it's an abridged version. It is an abridged version of Les Miserables. So if you really want to pick up that classic but are intimidated by the bigger one, I think you can definitely check out this one and find out if you want to go ahead and pick up the original version or not. Right, then we've got A Wrinkle in Time by Madeleine L'Anglais, and it's a beautiful book. I would say that this is it's sort of middle grade, but it's also fantasy, dystopian, so something like that. So it's really good. It's also sci-fi, so a really wonderful collection of all of that, and the print is really good as well, quite big. So yeah. Then we've got an Orient Black Swan critical text edition of the Great Gatsby. Now this one is an annotated book, and if you want or if you simply want to study and not simply read, if you want to study The Great Gatsby, you can buy this one if you don't mind checking out the annotations and all of that. If you are a student, this annotated version, I annotated it, so this annotation would help you, but if you're uncomfortable with annotations marked books, then skip this one. Lastly, I've got this really perfect untouched copy of Robinson Crusoe by Daniel Defoe. I'm just not interested in reading it, that's why I am skipping it and I'm giving it away now. So yeah. Hey guys, so I just did the calculation and I have unhauled 133 books, which I think is a great big number, and I'm really happy with the situation because I've got a ton of free space now, and I've just ordered some books last night, so I will get some space to store all of it. But yeah, really happy. I hope you check it out and get yourself some of these books if you really want. That said, obviously they are going to be priced lower than than Amazon. But I would really request you, because some of you, it's so weird. I'm like 90% of you don't do this, but there's a weird 10% who, DMs you and then they start to bargain. I mean, when you buy a lot of books, that's fine. I obviously will give you a discount. But if you buy one book and then still ask for discount, I mean, I also मेरा भी तो थोड़ा profit होना चाहिए, right? Because, and let me tell you, there is no profit, by the way, because obviously the price I bought these books at, I have to charge you lower than that because it's a second-hand book, obviously, and review copies का तो पैसा आता ही नहीं. I just charge the shipping fee. So really, if you are buying any of these books, please don't bargain. If you buy like a pile of books, and I'll give you a bargain discount myself, but एक book के लिए क्या discount यार. But yeah, I had a lot of fun filming this video. I also got the chance to clean my shelves after a long time, which is a great thing to do, sort of like spring cleaning, you could say, or rather summer cleaning. But anyway, I had a lot of fun. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the Google Documents link down below if you are interested in buying any of these books. It has all the details, like descriptions of the books, price, condition, all of that. So yeah, I'll see you very soon. Take care. Peace out. Bye.